Well, hello, welcome to our June customer webinar. As always, we're just gonna hang out for a minute or so and give everyone a chance to get logged in. We actually had really high registration for this webinar. We are so excited to tell you guys all about Google Chrome. I see those login numbers just ramping up real quick. So we're going to give everyone a chance to get logged in, but while we're doing that, I'm going to go over just a couple items of housekeeping. Number one, my name is Alicia, and I am joined by Kevin Andrews, today our Client Enablement Manager. What's up, Kevin?
Good morning, Alicia. How are you?
I am so happy to be here. You know how much I love these customer webinars.
I was gonna say, this is like one of my favorite mornings of the month. I always get really excited to be on with the customers. So this is great. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
So we also have Michelle and Alexa hanging out. They're going to help moderate chat and our Q&As, which brings me to item number one. Go ahead and open up that chat box on the bottom of your screen. Say hello. Tell us where you are joining us from. Ooh, Amanda is on today. Hi, Amanda. All right, so the other thing that I want to bring your attention to is the Q&A box. As you can see, how quickly things move through chat. Putting people on. If you have questions that are directly related to the content that you want us to answer, you're going to want to put those in the Q&A box, okay? Michelle and Alexa will answer some of them as we go through the content, but they will leave some of those, and we are going to definitely save some time for questions at the end. So again, you've got the Q&A box. You guys are free to use this through the course of the content. If you love something, if you're like, wow, this is a game changer, tell us in the chat. We want to know that you guys are excited. And then again, those important questions that you want to make sure get answered, you're going to want to make sure you throw those in the Q&A. So it looks like those numbers are starting to slow down. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. Again, today we are talking about the Chrome extension. Kevin, if you want to advance to the agenda for me, there we go. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to talk a little bit just about what we're seeing right now and how COVID has affected video, both the way that people are using it as well as the way that people are consuming it. We're going to talk about the Chrome extension, and we're really excited about this because one of our primary goals here at BombBomb is speed to connection, right? Video is never the goal, right? I don't want you to just send a bunch of video. The goal is to connect, because when we connect with people more effectively, our business grows. I hope you guys all agree with me on that. And so the speed to connection piece is really important, because if you can do this faster than you would normally type out an email or a message, and you can do this in the places where you are already working, right? If you don't have to leave where you're working to send that video, it's going to help you make those connections faster. So we're going to talk about how you can download the Chrome extension. We're going to show you how easy it is to record. We're going to talk about the tracking, which is new in our Chrome extension, as well as we're going to talk about how to organize your video library really effectively so that you can find those videos. And then I'm going to share with you my favorite thing about the Chrome extension, which is how you can take those videos and really pop them into anywhere where you communicate and send messages. So that's where we're going to head today. We're excited. Like I said, we're going to take time for questions at the end. I already see some ending up there in the Q&A box. So let's jump in and get started.
Well, and before we do that, so I want to mention two things. But first, I wanted to start out with kind of a poll to see where our users are at with the Chrome extension. So I'm going to launch that real quick, Alicia, and I'll leave that up for a little bit here. But you can see the question is, are you using the Chrome extension, right? So yes, it's a game changer. I love it. Is that my Gmail power wheel? Nope, but I'm excited to learn more, and I don't even have a BombBomb account yet. You can see those answers really cover the entire gamut of where your experience could be with the Chrome extension. We love asking these kind of questions because we're going to cover all of it, right? Whether you've used this once, whether you've never touched it before, whether you're an expert with it, we're going to give you some new ideas and some new strategies And so we just love to get a feel for kind of where everybody's at. Now I'm seeing some overwhelming numbers. Actually, we've already got 60% of the votes coming in. So I'll give it about 5 or 6 more seconds here to let a few more people vote. And you guys will see there's some big leaders in this. So let me go ahead and end that. And I'm going to share those results so you can all see it.
I already see a question in chat that I just want to address right out of the gate. Yes, we are recording today's webinar. So you will be able to go back and watch it. If you have to leave early, you are welcome to duck out of here and go take care of your business, and we will send you the recording. So yes, it is being recorded. Just wanted to get that out of the way because I already saw it asked, and we always get asked that question.
Of course, it comes up every time. So yeah, I'm glad you addressed that. So you can see here, we've got an overwhelming majority that say, nope, haven't really used it at all. So this is going to be perfect for you guys because like Alicia said, we're going to start literally from the beginning. How do you get it? How do you download it? And then we're going to walk you through how to use it. So we are excited. Thank you all for kind of jumping on. Before I jump into the real meat and potatoes of this, and I think I just turned 65 by saying that saying, I do want to remind everybody of a cool thing that we've started doing this year. We call it our deep dive email. And this email actually comes out at the beginning of the month. Here's why this is so important and why I want to remind everybody about this, is because we've really tried to create just central value and central messages every single month that we're going this year. So while we're talking about the Chrome extension here on the webinar, guess what our deep dive was about that came out earlier this month? The Chrome extension. Yeah. So the reason I want to tell you guys that is because this comes out at the beginning. It's usually the first couple of days of the month. And either Steve Passanelli, our CMO, or Darren Dawson, or Ethan Bew, or one of those guys on our leadership team comes and talks about some strategies and some ways to do it. Really cool. There's really good information there. And it gives you a huge head start when you show up to the webinar. You already know some of the information we're talking about. So just keep your eyes open for that. Make sure that you know that those are coming into your inbox at the beginning couple days of each month. And then our webinar will always reflect that same message. So let's jump into this. I wanted to talk a little bit at the beginning about what are we seeing with video, right? What is COVID doing with video? I think a lot of people are hearing, I mean, Zoom has literally become a verb. Everybody knows what that is now, right? Because we're being forced to have these conversations. And I think we all of us got really excited about coming out of quarantine and going, hooray, we're back to normal. And all of a sudden numbers are starting to spike and change a little bit again, right? So we are in this weird fluctuation period that we're probably going to be in for a while. So what has actually been happening? What are some of the numbers behind what we're seeing with this? Well, I found this stat and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really, really good. And I've got that link there that I'll try and paste into the actual chat box if you guys want to read this article. It was really interesting. It's from the New York Times. But basically what I noticed with this is look at the apps that are on these charts. Google Duo, Nextdoor, House Party. People are looking for ways to connect. These are apps that are strictly for connection, right? That's it. I've actually played some of the House Party stuff. It's really fun. Like, it's really fun games to play with different people. Nextdoor is just conversations. But these are the percentages of this period of time, this first quarter period from this year compared to last year. It's astronomical, 73% higher, 79% higher. People are dying for that connection. Now, why I'm showing you this is not so that you go download the House Party app. I mean, you can if you want, go have fun. But how often do you hear us sit here and talk about connection, relationship? This is why. People are dying and yearning for this kind of stuff right now. So what does that mean for you guys, right? You're not going to necessarily download the House Party app and try to get a client on there to talk, right? But it's showing us that people are really, really wanting that connection. And I also found these links. And again, I've got this link that I'll try and post in the chat when Alicia's starting to talk us through some of the other stuff. But what does that mean for us? How can you guys connect to your clients knowing that they're wanting that connection? Well, there's some really interesting stuff. You can see here, 47% of the US and UK social media users access social media apps to look for news and updates. People want content. They're looking for information, right? There's so much noise and so much craziness in the world right now. We're looking for places to find that stuff. So there's a lot of people on Facebook, right? That's what that second stat really, really shows. Facebook's Q1 results have shown an increase in daily active users from 11% year on year. That's a huge number when you're talking about billions of people. I mean, 1.7 billion. That's absolutely insane. And you can see their monthly active users saw a growth of 10%. So people that are on a month-to-month basis. So this is going to give us a good opportunity. And the Chrome extension, Alicia's going to blow your mind when she talks about this. Like she's already getting all excited. We want you to know these stats because we want you to know that we're not just telling you to do stuff just to do it, right? I think Alicia mentioned this in the agenda, but one of my big messages for this year is don't just check the box. Don't just do it to do it, right? I mention this every time I'm talking with people. Let's make the biggest impact we can. Let's do things in the right places, right? And so because the Chrome extension is going to allow us to do things on social, where people are trying to connect, we know video is going to make that better. So Alicia, I'm going to actually let you, well, first off, did you have anything to add to some of those stats or those sort of things that I just ran over?
No, I don't think so. I love that you brought that in, especially as we're going to talk about being able to use video in some of these places where their audience is, right? BombBomb is an incredible tool for being able to send simple video over email and text, to send mass videos over email and have all of those marketing assets. But again, it's not just that. This speed to connection piece, being able to put video into all of the places where you prospect and communicate with clients and do your marketing is going to be such a win.
Yeah. So let's jump into this. I'm going to show you first off how to download the Chrome extension, and then I'm going to let Alicia share and she's going to walk you through how to use some of these different pieces. So I'm just dragging my browser over here. So you can see I'm just on Google. You can be on literally any page that you want to be on with this Chrome extension. That's one of the really cool things.
But you have to be in a Chrome browser.
Yes, that's very, very important. You will not find it in Mozilla or in Internet Explorer. So if you are using one of those, I would encourage you to get Chrome at least as well, right? I'm not saying go delete your browser that you love, but Chrome works really, really well with video on a lot of different levels, even beyond just this piece. So explore that. Just look up kind of Google Chrome. But what I'm going to show you two ways to get to this. The first way is if you are in Google Chrome, you've got these three little dots up in the top right, and then you can go to More Tools and Extensions. This is a Chrome extension for BombBomb. So this will actually show you all the extensions that you already have, which is really neat, or you can actually go to the store from here as well. So I just clicked on those bars up at the top and opened the Chrome web store. So this is one way to get in, and then you can type in BombBomb or whatever you're searching for up there. I want to show you what I think is an easier way to do this. This is the way I usually worked with clients when I was on sales and helping them get this and get all this stuff set up. If you are in Google or just have your browser open, literally all you have to type in at the top is BombBomb Chrome extension. You can see it even auto-populated that for me because it knows a lot of people are looking this up. If I hit enter there, you can see right up at the top, this BombBomb video webcam screen recorder. That's where we want to go. That's going to take us directly into the Chrome store. So if I click on that, this not only takes us into the Chrome store, but takes you right to the BombBomb extension. It's that simple. Now you can see right here, I've got this add to Chrome button. All you have to do is click that. It's as easy as this. It will ask for permissions just to make sure we're good to go. And then we'll click add extension. What's great about this is it takes 5 seconds. I mean, that fast, it's done. So this is not, you're not going to sit and have to fight through a whole bunch of steps and all that. It's really, really simple. And now you can see our little BombBomb logo up at the top here. So if it is your first time, it may have you log in. So make sure you know your login to BombBomb and your password so that you can get into that. If you don't, of course, we can help you with that, but definitely try to have that so you can log in. Once you're logged in, then it's going to take you to the same screen every time you click open on that. So I'm going to hand it over to Alicia now so I can make sure that she can walk you through some stuff. So I'll stop my record so you can hop on there. And I'll try and grab those links for those articles as well. So go ahead and take it, Alicia.
Awesome. So a couple things that I just want to mention as I am getting my screen share opened up here. And the first is, you know, I saw a lot of people there in the chat mentioning things like, I had it, it wasn't really working, I couldn't get it to work, maybe it's user error, it crashes all the time. So the first thing I want to let you guys know is that we did just give it a massive update. So it did just get updated. You do want to make sure that you update your Google Chrome. Now, Chrome is usually pretty good at updating itself. However, you do want to make sure that you update it. That should also push the BombBomb Chrome extension update there. You should be good to go. I know I got prompted yesterday, just a pop-up on my screen that says, you know, Chrome extension has been updated, and I clicked on it and it updated it automatically. So so just want to put that out there. It did just get a little bit of an overhaul. The other thing is that if you are having trouble, if something seems broken, that's what our support team is for, okay? So, you know, our support team is awesome. And so if you ever run into the situation where something seems like, yeah, this is broken, well, that's when we want to hear from you. We want to hear from our customers because sometimes things do break. Right? When we're building something inside of the Google environment, if Google changes something, sometimes then our developers have to catch it and change something and all of that. So I just wanted to put that out there. So again, because of this Chrome extension, you are gonna have this bomb icon in any place that you are logged into. So some of the places where you might wanna use this, and we're gonna, you know, address those specifically, but Slack, right? We use BombBomb in Slack all the time. Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn, a non-connected CRM. So there's lots of places where you can use this. And the best part is that if you are logged in there, if you're in a Google Chrome browser, you're gonna have this option. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this bomb icon, and you are going to see it load up this first screen. Now, you have two different options here. You have camera only, which is just gonna record your camera, or you also have the screen recorder option. So some of the things that I see people, and Kevin as well, we see people doing the screen recorder really successfully in LinkedIn or on someone else's website for prospecting. So for example, if you're really trying to get someone's attention that you're reaching out to on LinkedIn, well, you could do a screen recorder. And you could have it pulled up on their LinkedIn profile page, because guess what? If I open up an email and I see, or it's not an email, if I open up a message and I see my own LinkedIn page as well as that person's face down there, I'm gonna wanna press play on that video because I'm gonna wanna know what they're talking about. Why are they on my page? So you do have that screen record option here as well. I'm not gonna launch the screen recorder today. I'm just gonna do camera only. So the default setting is.
Can I pop in for 1 sec? I just wanted to give a heads up for those of you that have the Zoom windows open with our cameras or our videos on it. They usually put it in the top right of the screen. If those are in the way from actually seeing what Alicia's clicking on, you can just click and drag those out of the way and move them to a different part of the screen. So I just wanted to give that heads up just because I know that's been a hiccup before. So sorry to interrupt.
I appreciate it, because if they can't see what I'm doing, then what's the point, right?
Yeah, makes it hard. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and launch recorder, and you're gonna see our recorder pop up just like it always has. You're gonna see my video there. And this is actually something that is new to the Chrome extension, and that is the opportunity to name this video right here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and call this webinar. I hate typing when I'm on a webinar.
No pressure.
Okay, now why would you want to name your video? Well, number one, it's going to help you figure out what that video is when you see it in tracking, and we're going to talk more about that. But also, every single video that you record inside of BombBomb is saved in your video library so that you can go back and use it again. So that video is automatically going to end up in your library, and it'll be easier to find if you actually go ahead and name it. So I'm going to press my record button. It gives me my countdown as always. Now it's recording the video, and this is your opportunity to connect. This is where you smile, where you connect with your prospect or your client. You tell them whatever it is that you need to say, and when you're done, you just press that stop button again, or if you use the shortcut, you can just press this space bar. It finishes recording, and now I'm gonna press save, okay? So as it's saving, this is a new screen as well for the Chrome extension. If you've used the Chrome extension before, this might look a little bit different. So now that the video is saved, you have three different options here, okay? The first is copy for email. Now, this could be your Apple Mail. This could be Hotmail. This could be Outlook, but this could also be a CRM. Because if you are working inside of a CRM that we don't have a direct integration with, you can still do this. You could be logged into your CRM, just like I'm doing right now, record that video, and when it's done, copy it for email, and then you just paste it right in. So you want to make sure that if you're using that copy for email, that you are putting that in a place that supports HTML coding, okay? What's your best indication if it supports HTML coding? If you can put a graphic in that email, if there is a picture, if you have a signature line that has your photo or a logo or anything, it supports HTML and you can put that email there, okay? Now, the other option is the copy link. And this is where it gets really, really fun, guys, okay? Now, when you copy the link, it's going to give you the option to put it in any web-based location. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. But then I want to address this third option here, which is to send with BombBomb template. If you have a branded template inside of your BombBomb account and you want to send it directly there, or maybe you want to send it to an entire list of people, you can do that. If you click on that send with BombBomb template, it's actually going to take you into your BombBomb account in your quick send, where you'll have options like that, okay? So we're not going to click on that one. We're not going to go there right now, but I want you to know that that's an option as well. If you want it to be templated with your custom branding, you can do that there as well. Here's the copy link part, and here's where it gets really fun, okay? If I simply press this copy link button, it's going to show, okay, it's copied. I can just X out of this. This link is on my clipboard now. I can paste this link into LinkedIn messengers, into Facebook Messenger, into Slack, any of those places where you would normally communicate. Now I'm talking through this, so it's taking a little bit longer, but you saw I pressed the Chrome extension, I clicked the record button, I clicked the copy link, and now all I have to do is paste and send this. I gotta move my video so I have my send button. And there it is. Now this is really cool because LinkedIn didn't used to actually populate our GIF. It would just do a static thumbnail. But now it actually populates our GIF just like that. So in just a few seconds, I'm able to send a video directly inside of LinkedIn. I'm gonna do the same thing in Facebook here. I've already got a message to Kevin opened. This time, rather than recording, I'm just gonna grab it from my video library because that's a nice segue into our video library. But I'm gonna open this up again. This time I'm just gonna press videos. I'm gonna select the same video. You see it says webinar test. I'm gonna copy the URL. Same thing, right here in Facebook Messenger, and then it populates. So usually it throws the thumbnail in Facebook. I'm not sure why. I wonder if I refresh my screen if it will. We'll see. Live demos, always fun, guys.
It could be something of where we've never actually like messaged each other on Facebook, something like that. So let me see.
I guess. All right. Well, it's easy. Oh, there you go. You messaged. We'll see. Usually in Facebook Messenger, it does populate the thumbnail. I'm not sure why it didn't. You know, real world, guys. So here's the thing. I use LinkedIn and Facebook Messenger with the Chrome extension almost religiously because I have people reaching out to me on LinkedIn and on Facebook Messenger all of the time. And if you come back to what we were talking about earlier with this speed to connection piece, right? In the moment that I get that connection request on LinkedIn, or if someone is asking me a question, I get customers asking me questions on Facebook Messenger all the time. That's not my preference, guys. I'd love you to go through support because a lot of times I can't help you. However, when I get those questions on Facebook Messenger, it really takes me less time to hit that Chrome extension, quick video and pop it into Messenger than it would take me to try and type out an explanation inside of Facebook Messenger. So this is huge. It's a game changer. Not very many people are using video in LinkedIn. You're going to have a massive wow factor. Prospecting is huge. If you are using LinkedIn to build your business, what an opportunity to stand out differently than every other person that's in their LinkedIn messages. Same thing. You've got customers on Facebook Messenger that maybe you're not getting great engagement with over email. That's all right. We understand email's hard. I ignore so many emails. But guess what? Those customers are probably spending more time on Facebook right now than they are in their inbox. Yeah. You can have that same kind of connection and that same face-to-face video interaction in those other places where your customers' eyeballs are.
Well, and I want to give a shout out to Aaron, who actually chatted in about the Facebook kind of preview thumbnail issue. And I just tested it out. I sent you a message back, Alicia. If you paste the link in and give it a second, it will load a little preview like what you can see on the screen now. So you just have to give it a second or two before you hit enter. You'll actually see the little thinking wheel when you do that. That way it puts that thumbnail in there for you. So Aaron, huge shout out. Thank you for telling. See, we're learning too. I
did it so quickly. I've never had it not appear because I normally put text with a video, which is really, really good practice, guys. Like the way I did it for the purpose of this webinar and demoing, where I just popped the video right into the LinkedIn and popped it right into Facebook. That was for your benefit, for the purpose of not dragging this on too long on a webinar. But here's the deal. You always, always want to put complementary text with your video. It does not matter whether you are sending it as a text message. It does not matter whether you are sending it as an email or if you are sending these in LinkedIn messaging or Facebook Messenger or Slack or WhatsApp or anything like that. You want to make sure that you include some complementary text to let them know, hey, I recorded a video for you, or putting what they will find in the video to kind of, compel them to play the video that, hey, thank you for reaching out. Press play on the video for the answer to your question or whatever it is. So you always want to put complementary text there, and that will help give you those couple seconds on Facebook where it loads in and your video populates.
Totally. Alicia, will you walk through just that record? I think this is really the most important thing I want people to get. Will you walk through the record process one more time from the Chrome extension? And then point out two things that I've been seeing come through the Q&A and the chat. One is just point out the screen record option again so people can see where that is. And then two, touch on the CTA option real quick after you record the video. I've had a couple people chat in and add questions about where do I do the CTA? How do I do that with a video?
Was that an option there?
It is, yeah.
Totally missed it.
It's okay. We're so used to that little pop-up coming up reminding us about it. I think we're slowly removing that. But yeah, I saw it there when you were recording before.
So again, I've got this bomb icon right here up in my top right-hand corner. All I have to do is click on that icon and it pops up this screen. From here, you've got your camera only option or your screen recorder option. So you can do that right from here. I'm gonna click on camera only. I'm gonna launch recorder. It's always slower on a webinar. I'm gonna press my record button. Now it's recording my video just as always. You say what you wanna say. When I'm done recording, it's got my video there. You could title it right up top here again. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner is our CTA toggle. So this is really, really cool because this gives you an opportunity to add a call to action directly to your video. I actually saw a customer do this really, really effectively yesterday. He was applying for a job and reaching out to the decision makers, recorded the video talking about himself, his experience, and then he linked his resume right here on the CTA. So on the bottom of the video, it will display your custom CTA. So I'm gonna put right here, I'm actually just gonna use the same verbiage. Click for resume. And then you would just put whatever link you needed there. I do not have a link handy. I'm gonna copy my Facebook link just so that you can see that it's there. I'm gonna put a link right there, and then it saves that CTA. So what's really cool though, is that now on this video, while they're watching the video, it'll have that call to action there the entire time where it says, click for resume, or click here to schedule an appointment, or visit my website, whatever you want that to say. And when they click on that, it's gonna go ahead and take them directly to that link. So I've got my video here. I'm gonna press save. It gives me that exact same option again. Am I copying it for email? Is this going into an email system or a CRM's email system? Or am I copying the link and putting it into some other web-based platform? My link is copied, and I'm just gonna paste it right here into that LinkedIn message for Kevin again and hit send.
Perfect. I think it's always good to see some of these things in repetition, right? It's just like, when we're learning something new, I've seen a couple of questions about why use the Chrome extension in the first place. Well, a number one reason is if you can't use video in the system you're currently using, right? If we don't integrate directly or something like that. One that I've seen coming up a lot is the term Microsoft Outlook. This is an amazing workaround for Outlook. You can use the Chrome extension, literally be logged into your Outlook. You don't need to leave that page at all. Open your Chrome extension, record it, copy it, paste it into Outlook, and you've got a video in there that's got the animated preview. It's got everything you would normally have. And then in fact, what's neat from this versus the actual Outlook add-in is you have added tracking. You've got some pieces in the actual Chrome extension that we'll talk about that you don't get with that native add-in as well. So if you're having any trouble with Outlook, if it's not working right for any reason, this is a great quick workaround that a lot of people have been switching over to just because they found it to be a little bit easier. So yeah.
And with the Chrome extension, I want you guys to think about the fact that this Chrome extension is there for when you are already somewhere else that you want to send a video, right? If you are in LinkedIn and then you want to send a video, great, your Chrome extension is right there. If you're inside of Slack and then you want to send a video, great, your Chrome extension is right there. If you're in Outlook and you want to send a video, the Chrome extension is right there. So it's in those places where you're already working, so that when the moment arises that you want to send a video, you don't have to leave LinkedIn to go to your BombBomb account to record the video and then copy the link and then come back here. It's right there. It's really, really fast. All right, I'm going to give you back control, Kevin, if we want to talk a little bit about our video library and tracking.
Yeah, let me grab this again real quick. All right, and I'm just going to drag. You can see I've actually got my Facebook open because I was just looking for Alicia's messages and stuff. So you can see my LinkedIn, it shows up exactly how it did on her screen. So just so you guys know from the recipient perspective there. But so let's talk about the other features here on the Chrome extension. I'm going to pop this open just so we can look at it. You can see Alicia was working under the record tab the entire time. I'm going to hop over here to the videos tab. Now, those of you that have been working with BombBomb for any period of time are pretty familiar with what the video library is. One of the great things about what BombBomb provides is unlimited video storage. I'm no joke, Alicia, I don't even know what number you have. I just looked the other day, I've got 7,400 videos in my BombBomb account.
I think I've got just over 8,000.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressed about it. I'm not deleting and making up space. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm probably not going to go back and use most of those videos, but if in the random situation I need to, it's there. And I can access it and I can download it out or do whatever I need to.
I want to highlight something really, really important because I saw it in chat. Someone wanted to know if once I've recorded and sent a whole bunch of videos, is there a way to go back and just mass delete them? There is no reason to delete a video that you have sent someone already, because here's the deal. These videos are web hosted on BombBomb's servers. So if you send the video to someone and then you delete the video before they've watched it, it'll still show it in their email, the preview, but when they click play on the video will be gone, okay? The other reason why you don't want to do that is that tracking never expires. Listen, I have people, I see tracking pop up all the time from videos that I sent someone a year and a half ago because they've gone back and found that. So there's no reason to delete it because someone may want to go back and watch it at another point in time. And if you've deleted it, they're not going to be able to go back and watch that video.
Yeah, those are great points, especially for any of you that are in sales, which is a huge majority of the people we work with. When I was in sales, Alicia and I both were in sales for years here at BombBomb. I would get random notifications that Joe Schmo from did a demo with 2.5 years ago, all of a sudden was looking at my stuff again. Yeah. Well, that's a great opportunity for me to reach out to that person and see if he's now interested, if the timing is better. So that's a great point. If you delete the video, not only do you not get the notification, they won't be able to watch it. That video will, the GIF will show up in their email and they can't watch it or click it. So now we've created not a great experience for that recipient. So leave it in there. But with the video library here, this is why Alicia talked about why naming your videos is so important. Because you can see here, if I just recorded and didn't put anything in, it puts video and the date that I recorded it. Now that's something that we can just do from a generic standpoint, so you can at least have some reference to go back and figure that out. But if you name it, it's a completely different option, right? You can see, I name a lot of mine. I cannot recommend enough. Take the 3 seconds it takes to name your videos. It will make your life so much easier. I can see here, Alicia, Elia, right? All these things. Now I know if I need to go find, what did I send to Alicia? What did I send to Elia? I can grab those and rewatch that video real quick to go, that's right. Okay, that's what I said to her. I don't know if you guys are the same as me. I have been so scatterbrained working from home of like dealing with family and kids and work and all that stuff. Sometimes I'll send 15 videos and I'm like, I don't remember what I said to anybody. And so for my reference, for my sanity, now I'm not reaching out to them going, hey, what did I tell you? What did I say to you? I can reference back for myself just to keep that as professional as possible. So this videos gives you the chance. It's always going to go newest video to oldest. So just know that. If it's something you did a little while ago, you may have to scroll for a little bit. If it's not, then you can go up. One thing I do want to reference real quick, and we're not going to dive super deep into this, but you do see this little folder option right up here. For those of you that have access to our web app, if you go into your videos tab, you can create labels for your videos and then grab this and reference those. So if I need to go send something like this, an evergreen webinar, now I've got a folder for those sort of things. We did actually do on our Facebook page, I've been running Tech Tip Tuesdays every Tuesday. So we didn't do it today because we're here, but we did talk about how to use your contacts tab and stuff in your library. We referenced exactly how to make these labels. So if you go to our Facebook page and look up some of those videos, you can find that solution right there. But that makes the organization even a little bit easier. But the thing I want you to remember, name your video. I cannot tell you how worth it is, how much time it saves you. And not only for the video library, but also for our tracking. I'm going to click on the tracking tab here, but we did also see some questions of people going, I've got my Chrome extension and I keep getting this little orange box that's popping up on the actual logo itself up here. I don't have any at the exact moment because I'm up to date. That's your tracking number, right? For those of you that have our mobile app, or for those of you that are using Gmail or any of those sort of things, you'll get those little notifications, right? Of how many updates you've gotten since the last time you looked. That's what that little orange box is it's letting you know you've had this many interactions with your emails since the last time you looked at the tracking. Now, there is an awesome new piece that we've added into our Chrome extension tracking that I want to point out. And this top one's a perfect example of it. Now, when we show you a video play, the logo's the same, right? The little green play button. We also show you the percentage watched. This is one of the newest tracking features that we've added in the last couple of months here. And it is so valuable in so many different ways. I think the number one thing that I talk to people about on this is you can look at it, and if you're consistently getting 40%, 50%, 60% even, your videos are too long. We just need to realize people are not watching your whole video. And here's why that's a problem. One, because we want to make sure that we're making it easily digestible for people. But two, the normal practice that most people do is they put the call to action at the end of their video. If they're only watching 60% of your video, they don't even know what you want them to do. They're not even getting to that. So you might be sitting at home going, why have I not heard from Sharon? Well, you didn't hear from her because she didn't finish the video. She doesn't know that you wanted her to reach out to you. So there's really important knowledge in this percentage watched to shorten your videos. It's also really encouraging with that CTA option now to start including that earlier in the video, right? Give them some notice of what you're going to want them to do so that if they don't make it to the last 5 seconds, they still know what you're asking them to do. This has really, really helped me in shaping my videos, making sure that I'm using the best practices on these sort of things so that I'm not missing out on these opportunities, right? Now we show you the email opens. I mean, this one shows 124 opens. I don't know who I sent that to, but I'm getting good action on that email. And then of course, we'll show you clicks as well. So if you do add a click, you can see I've got all these video plays, 100% across the board. I'm killing it with these video plays. But you'll also get video link clicks if you do put a link in there. So there's an example of a link click if you do provide that. So for those of you that have used our tracking for a while, most of this is pretty standard for you. There's nothing crazy new, but that percentage watched, and basically that means what percentage of this video did they watch? Just to clarify, I know some people have gotten a little confused with what that means. Of this video that I recorded, they watched this much of it. And keep that in mind. Pay attention to that to make sure that you're recording the right links, the right amounts, you're putting the call to actions in the right places. We don't want our recipients to miss any of that sort of stuff.
Yep, exactly.
So, right. Yeah, what else? Any questions or anything you noticed there?
We got a lot of questions. So before we jump into the questions here, just as a quick recap, okay? First thing we did was we talked about where you can get the Chrome extension, which I already seen questions about. So again, if you're a Gmail user and you already have BombBomb in your Gmail, you already have the Chrome extension. So you don't, it's up, that icon should be up there, okay? If you don't, all you have to do is either just search BombBomb Chrome extension, or you can go to the Chrome web store and then just search BombBomb and you can add it onto your browser there. Michelle and Alexa, would you guys mind throwing the support link for how to get the Chrome extension into the chat there? We're gonna throw that support link right into the chat so that you can just click on it. Oh, Kevin.
I just stuck it in there. I was already looking at it, so I was like, I might as well copy and paste. So yeah, if you click on that link, it will take you right into the spot on the store. All you have to click, it'll be a button here that says add to Chrome. Yep. It'll take you 5 seconds and you're done.
Exactly. So we showed you how to add Chrome extension. We showed you how to record a video. We showed you how you can place it in some different locations. We talked about the video library, and then we talked about tracking. So there are a ton of questions, all sorts of stuff. But this is what there's no possible way that we're going to be able to answer all these questions, but there's lots of questions I see on mobile and texting and all sorts of other stuff. So I just want to encourage you, if we don't answer your question today, go to our support site, go to support.bombbomb.com and search for what you are looking for topically, okay? You can search by title there. If you don't get the answer you're looking for, guess what? Our support team has a chat bot that's gonna pop up when you're on the support page asking if you need help, okay? So we're gonna try and focus on answering some of the questions that were specific to what we were talking about today, so I apologize. There's just no way that we can get to all of them. But I'm gonna go through and answer some of these. Kevin, if you want to grab some of these as well that you think are interesting, I'm going to try and speed through these. So one of the first questions, when I send a BombBomb video link on Facebook Messenger, does it send any BombBomb advertisement with it? No, it doesn't. When they click on the video, it'll just open up that web page. It will down at the bottom say powered by BombBomb. But other than that, we're not going to advertise to them or anything like that inside of that video. It's just your video message, okay? So I saw a few questions about how you include text with your video message. I didn't really show that very clearly, but rather than going back into a screen share, I'm just gonna walk you through this. When you record your video and you take that video link and you pop it into a message on LinkedIn or Slack or Messenger or anything like that, before you hit send, you just write as much text as you want, or as little text, either above the video link, below the link. It doesn't really matter. You're not adding text to the video itself. You are including text in the message that has the video with it. Now, if you're also using that CTA option, when you click on that CTA toggle, it's going to give you an option to put in the link and to include the text with it. So you'll have that text that sits on the bottom of your video, that's your CTA. But again, you have that CTA toggle in the bottom right-hand corner. If you just click on that, it's automatically going to pop up your option where you put in the link you want and whatever verbiage you want there. So I hope that answers the questions around the including text with the video, because I saw quite a few of them.
Yeah, I was just reading through and saw a handful of those too. One other thing I'm seeing come up a lot too is asking questions kind of about the screen recorder. What does that look like? How do we use it? Those sort of things. So one of the ways it was verbed, is it picture in picture? Well, essentially what the screen recorder is going to look like is it will show your whole desktop and there will be a little circle with your face in it. So in that sense, yes, there is picture in picture. You still get to see your face on there. You can move that little bubble with your face in it wherever you want to on your screen. Somebody even asked, how do I do like a live CMA with this? Pull up the CMA first, then launch the screen recorder through the Chrome extension, and then you'll have the CMA pulled up. You'll have your little face on it. All you have to do is record. As soon as you stop, we will walk you through the exact steps to get to how do I deliver that, right? So then you can copy the link or copy it for email or whatever you have to do. So that's always my recommendation. If you're doing a CMA, if you're doing a contract walkthrough, if you're trying to show a product or anything, I like to have that up on my screen. Then I launch my screen recorder, and then it makes it really, really simple. And you can switch pages too. So feel free to have multiple tabs open. Because BombBomb is on your computer, not on an application, you can pull up 5 different things during that screen record. So it's just like you're using your computer like normal.
It'll record everything that's happening on your screen. I saw another question about screen recorder when they were asking if you could toggle back and forth between your video and the screen and your video during recording. Yep. It's actually really, really easy. There's just a button that you would click on and then it would pop back up to your video. Again, if you have lots of questions about screen recorder, if you're not familiar with it, go to our support site and search screen recorder and it'll pull up tutorials on how to use it. You'll have a video walking you through exactly how to use the screen recorder. Another question here was about the CTA. If you add a CTA link, does it open a new window when you click it? Yes. Whatever you put in that link, you have an option to title what you want the call to action to say, whether it's visit my website, schedule an appointment, view my resume, whatever the verbiage you want to say, you can put there. And then when they click on that, it will take them to whatever that link is, okay? If you have a Google Drive or like a document saved on Google, you could link that. You could link it to your website, whatever it is. But when they click on that, it will then take them over to whatever the link was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of questions about timing of videos too. I know this is something we talk about a lot. General rule of thumb that we use for how long, well, a video can be very long in BombBomb. We can support up to a 45-minute video. That's okay. But the general rule of thumb that I use is that nobody's going to watch 45 minutes of video unless you're, I don't know. I don't even know what you could be doing that would be that interesting. But my rule of thumb is 60 seconds. I try to keep all of my videos 60 seconds or under. The other rule that I kind of live by that's really served me well is the length of time I've known somebody is the length of time that video is going to be, right? So if it's a brand new lead, never met them before, 30 seconds. I'm going to keep that pretty darn short. Get straight to the value, straight to the introduction, make sure that I'm providing the solution I can show them. If I've known them for years, as long as I have value for 4 minutes, that's okay. And that's the caveat. You don't want to ramble for 4 minutes. Nobody's going to watch that. But if you're providing them value, if it's important information, then you can go a little bit longer on that. So I try to keep it shorter for new people, but you do have that room to go a little bit longer if you're doing a CMA, if you're doing a home walkthrough, if you're explaining your product, if you're a salesperson, right? There's so many different situations where it may go a little bit above that.
Yep. So I'm seeing lots of questions around tracking and Gmail tracking. So I'm going to try and answer several of them in one go here. So the first question that I saw is I see a lot of people asking about Gmail tracking and not wanting it to track all of their emails. So you do have an option to either completely turn off tracking in Gmail, or inside of your Gmail Power Wheel, you do have an option to turn off tracking for any email that you are sending, okay? But my question that I want you to think about is, why don't you want it tracked? Okay. Why is it that you're not wanting to know when someone is opening the email? Because if it's not important enough to know when someone actually opened it, why are you sending it, is my first question. So I love the tracking because I like to know when someone has opened my email or not, whether it was a video or not. It helps me know, like, okay, they opened it, but I haven't heard anything back. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. So you do have the option to either completely turn off all of your Gmail tracking, or you can turn off tracking for a specific email. But there's not a way to turn off tracking for just your regular emails, but not your BombBomb videos, which is one of the questions I saw. Is it possible to just have my videos tracked, but not the rest of my emails? So there isn't, but you can turn off tracking inside of your Power Wheel for any specific video. Again, if you have questions about that, you want to go to our support site and look up Power Wheel tracking or whatever, okay?
So Alicia, I'm going to kind of continue on and just finish out some of the last couple of things we wanted to share on this webinar. We know we're coming up close to the end of the hour here, so we thank you for sharing your time with us. We might be able to answer a few more questions. We've been trying to keep up, but there's still 47 in the Q&A, so even as we're flying through these, there's still more. But I just want to finish with a couple of thoughts, and then we might, Alicia, if you want to look through and find if there's like another theme of questions or something like that, we can answer those before we take off here. But I was looking up kind of how people are processing, what are CEOs, what are owners talking about when it comes to COVID and those sort of things. And Kelly Fredrickson, she's the CEO of Mullen had a really, really great quote that I thought was important for us all to remember right now. Most consumers don't mind hearing from brands as long as it is a solution, where we're not trying to sell something, but we're trying to solve something.
And then we're still viewing your web store.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you for pointing it out. Here, I mean, we've already kind of talked about why this is so important, right? I think now more than ever, the world is in just kind of a strange place. The last thing I want to receive right now is a hard sell, is somebody trying to sell me something. And so I love this because she's not saying you cannot provide this, you cannot contact people. No, people want to hear from brands. They want to hear from you and your business. You have to provide a solution. You have to be coming to them with something that's going to help, right? It's not just saying, hey, come buy my stuff because business is tough right now. It's saying, no, I've got this great product that I think could really help you and your business. Would you love to schedule some time to talk through that, right? So I want you guys to get in that mindset of, as we're using the Chrome extension, as we're starting to branch out where we're sending videos, LinkedIn, Facebook Messenger, through your CRM, however that is, that video needs to be providing value. It needs to be providing a solution. And the other thing is, that's not a solution for you. It's not a solution for, I need a sale right now. The solution is for the consumer, is for the client. How are we solving one of their needs, something that we are seeing as a need right now? So just keep that in mind as you're creating these videos, as you're recording more and more. So just to recap here real fast, people are wanting connection. We showed you those stats. We showed you how many more people are on social media, are downloading these apps. People want that connection right now. Video helps with that connection. Chrome extension can literally work anywhere, whether it's a link, whether it's using the HTML for email, some of those sort of things. I did see a Q&A from somebody in there going, what would I copy if I wanted to embed it on my website? That would be the HTML option. That would be the email option. And you're going to have to take that into the back end, right? I mean, I don't even know how all that works. You probably go into BombBomb.
HTML option, they would actually have to go into their web application and get the actual
embed
code. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. See, I don't know how to make websites. But to go on to that quote and just kind of finish that off here, provide value, provide solutions. Do not send videos thinking videos will be the solution. No, you providing the solution in the video is the solution. That's what's going to help you moving forward. So our call to action for you guys is just do it. Go to the Chrome extension, record a video, copy that link, and we want you to share it in a way that you haven't done before. So find LinkedIn, find Facebook Messenger, I don't know, find whatever you want to, but do it in a way that's new for you. Explore the opportunities that this Chrome extension provides, because it really will open up a plethora of different things that you can do there.
So this is what I think you guys should really do with with your homework, okay? So once you get the Chrome extension, whether you are primarily on Facebook or LinkedIn, whichever makes more sense for you, or maybe there's another social site that people are using for their business that I don't know about, I don't know. But I want you to respond to a post that you either thought was interesting, but I want you to send a video in Messenger rather than just liking or commenting on their post. I want you to go into the Messenger and send them a video saying, hey, that was a really cool piece of content, or I really loved that, or thank you for sharing that, right? It makes it really, really easy. So on Facebook or LinkedIn, rather than liking or commenting on someone's post today, I want you to just try sending them a quick 30, 40-second video message and see what happens.
I love that. I love that. Something different, right? Something more impactful. Heck, if you even see people have a birthday or something on Facebook, record them a video, send it in Messenger, right? Do something different, get a little bit more creative. I forgot this when I was answering this question earlier, but guess what we're covering next month? The screen recorder. So for those of you that had a lot of questions on the screen recorder, were unsure of how this looked, how to use it, we are going to solely focus on that. So keep your eyes open for the deep dive email that will become at the beginning of the month, and show up for this webinar next month. It's going to be on July 21st. So Tuesday, 10 a.m., just like we always do. We want to make sure that we cover all that sort of stuff. So though any of you that had questions, it's going to be a great opportunity to kind of go through.
We're gonna get real into the screen recorder. So I know we had tons of questions about it today, so that's going to be a great one. The only question that I want to answer before we say goodbye, someone wanted to know if we host our past webinar recordings on our site. We absolutely do. If you go to bombbomb.com/webinar, you will find all of our past recordings of our previous webinars. There's lots to learn there. And then lastly, if you joined us today and you are not a customer and you are here to learn more, guess what? We have a free 14-day trial for you. So if you simply just go to bombbomb.com, you will find a try it for free, try it for free. There will be a button somewhere, pretty much anywhere you click, you will find a button that gives you the option to sign up for our 14-day free trial. This is an incredible opportunity to not only give it a go, like if you've been sitting on this webinar today and you're like, yeah, I really like this idea, but I'm not a customer. Great. Go sign up for a free trial and you can download the Chrome extension right away and send a video immediately. The best part about our 14-day free trial is that you're going to get to have a one-on-one call with one of our strategy coaches that are going to help you set up your Chrome extension or set up your integrations. They're going to answer your questions and they're going to give you some actionable items to start incorporating into your business right away so that you can see success with video in those first 14 days. So thank you guys so much for being with us today. If we didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. We only have so much time. But again, if you go to support.bombbomb.com, you can search questions there. Our support team is awesome. They'll pop up on that site with chat to help you as well if you still need help. Other than that, have a great week, guys.
Guys, thank you so much for your time. Get out there, record some videos, provide solutions for people. You're going to see a major difference. We're so honored that we get to partner with this stuff with you. We just love spending time with you. So thank you. We know time is money, so we appreciate that. It really is an honor every single month. Can't wait to see you next month.
We'll see you next month, guys. Screen recorder.
Bye, everybody.